romantic evening tonight with Ken. And I just appreciate you taking this time to talk with me. You know you're the only one I can talk to about the problem with Margot and Tom.
Well, I'm worried, too. I know their careers have caused them problems the past few months, but I thought they'd worked all of that out.
I just feel so helpless about the whole thing. What could have happened to make Margot run away?
Excuse me, Dr. Hughes. Hi, how's Heather?
Kevin, nothing really new. She was still in a coma when I left the hospital a few minutes ago.
Kevin, dear, I want you to know that I have never thought you had anything to do with any of this.
Thank you, Miss McCall. Thank you.
I just feel so frightened when I think the person who attacked Heather is still lurking around somewhere.
Well, let's just hope that she regains consciousness and can identify who attacked her.
Yeah, I'm going to try to see her later on.
Would you call me?
I sure will.
Okay.
Sure will. Enjoy.
Thank you. Would you?
Hey, what are you doing here?
Following up your theory about Marcia Talbot, I got a couple of questions I'd like to ask her. Is she around?
No, she's not around.
Have any idea where she is?
Well, since you gave her permission to leave town, I wouldn't be surprised if she was on her way to Houston.
Sorry, Elaine. I hope you haven't been waiting long. What's wrong?
Suppose you tell me.
What?
Elaine, you knew all along, didn't you? You lied to me.
No, Elaine, I was going to tell you.
When, Marcia?
Once we got back to Texas.
You told me that Henry was in London. You said that you spoke to him this morning on the phone, according to this article. He's been dead for 3 weeks.
I'm sorry, Elaine. I didn't know how to break it to you.
You told me that you were going to take that picture and give it to your friend on the police force. Why? Why did you deliberately lie to me?
You arrived so suddenly, I wasn't prepared.
Who could have done this to Henry? He didn't have an enemy in the world.
It was an accident.
Flight 63
Hit and run.
Now boarding at gate 5. Please have your tickets ready for boarding.
We must hurry, Elaine. That's our flight.
No, I'm not going with you, not now. I'm going to stay here until I find out what really happened to Henry.
You go to Houston if you want to. I'm going to the Oakdale police. Franny? Dog?
Somebody I'm longing to see. I hope that he turns out to be someone who adore me.
As the world turns. This portion brought to you today by Crest, the makers of new tartar control crests in the silver box, and by Jif Peanut Butter. For a fresh peanutty taste, choosy mothers choose Jif.
Ask your dentist. Before he scrapes that ugly tartar off your teeth, ask him why so many dentists are switching from their toothpastes to this one. Tartar Control Crest in the silver box. Dentists know that besides fighting cavities, Tartar Control Crest does something no fluoride toothpaste could ever do. Fight ugly, visible tartar. Dentists proved it works in 3 years of clinical tests. Look, hard, crusty tartar takes a dentist or hygienist to scrape it off. But you can get maximum tartar prevention between dental cleanings with Tartar Control Crest. But don't just take my word for it. Ask your dentist about Tartar Control Crest, the dentist's choice for maximum tartar prevention.
If it's extra crunchy peanut butter for your extra special ones, you ought to know about the difference.
The difference is just peanutty crunch. Says you mean the world to me.
It's the only crunch for your special bunch with a taste for peanutty.
She loves crunchy peanut butter with great big peanutty chunks. So it's got to be Jif.
Of all the big brands, Jif Extra Crunchy's got more bigger chunks, more crunchy peanut taste.
The crunchier Jif, it's in Jif.
Protein stains, when they're ground in, dried on, soaked all the way through, you need more power to cut through. You need the protein power of new Era Plus. Just watch. This tough grass stain is made of protein. And look, protein gets out protein. And now Era has even more power. Enough to cut through and clean the ground-in dirt below. Nothing gets out every stain. But now you can cut clean through with the amazing power of protein. New Era Plus. Protein power to cut clean through.
Call Kim Hughes, told her I want to talk to Franny. Maybe she can give us some more background on Doug Cummings.
Don't get your hopes up. She's so in love with the guy she can't see straight.
I'll keep it in mind, Kevin. Is he around?
Well, he left a few hours ago. I haven't seen him all afternoon, though.
I want you to call me the minute he gets back.
All right, I will.
Oh, and if you see Franny, try to explain to her and have her call me.
No, bad idea, because she doesn't believe a word I say, let alone on this subject.
Then have her call Kim Hughes.
Well, where are you going to be later on?
Try the hospital. If I'm not there, I'll be at the station.
All right.
No, Bob, all I know is that Margot called me from London, and she refused, just flat refused to even think about coming back. She said the marriage with Tom was definitely over.
Well, obviously Margot's been hurt. It seems to me as though she's acting on a purely emotional level. Also seems to me that you did that once or twice while we were married.
Oh, I know. I just don't want Margot to make the same stupid mistake I did. Bob, she'll go by the rest of her life. She'll be thinking about this and regretting it, and you can't run away. You have to face your problem. She's got to talk to Tom. They've got to work this thing out together.
Well, that's why he went to Washington. Poor guy.
What happened to them? What made her run away the way she did? Now, look, you talked with Tom today. Did he give you any kind of clue?
He just said it was all his fault. Coupled with Margot's reaction, one possibility does come to mind.
What?
Well, they've both been traveling a lot on business. There could be another woman.
No, I don't believe that. No, Tom loves Margot. He would never do that to her.
Lisa, I know Tom is our son. But we have to face the fact he's also human.
Elaine, listen to me. Try to understand. You can't go to the police. What are you hiding, Marsh? Nothing. If you knew how many times I tried to tell you, but I couldn't.
Well, why didn't you go to the police right away? I mean, you could have identified Henry.
I had to think of Douglas. What? Henry had just helped Douglas through severe depression. When Douglas saw Henry's picture in the paper, he began to regress immediately. He refused to accept the fact that another important person in his life had died. First it was his parents, then Caroline, now Henry. I knew that if I went to the police, they'd question Douglas, and it would shatter the emotional stability Henry had worked so hard to achieve.
Douglas was involved, wasn't he?
No.
Come on. This is your cousin Elaine you're talking to. I know all about your love for Douglas. You told me all about it, remember, after Caroline died? You felt so guilty because you'd wished her dead so many times that you could have Douglas to yourself.
I won't deny that I care for Douglas deeply, but I swear to you he had nothing to do with Henry's death.
Is there no end to which you won't go to protect him? I'm going to the police.
No. We've always loved and trusted each other.
That's true.
But right at this moment, I don't think I've ever hated anyone else in my whole life as I hate you. Douglas.
Somebody I'm longing to see. I hope that he turns out to be
my little lost lamb? Kimberly Sullivan.
Kimberly Sullivan.
Name. What was his name?
It was Kamansky then. Doug Kamansky. He used to call me Doug.
These mothers said they wouldn't switch from regular waist diapers.
I'm happy with my brand. No, I wouldn't consider switching diapers.
But then they tried super absorbency Pampers.
I love them. I'd switch. Now I'm going to switch over to Pampers.
They're all switching because Pampers Blue Waist Shield keeps babies drier.
The Blue Waist Shield makes the biggest difference in the world. She's dry, she's comfortable, there's just no comparison.
The Blue Waist Shield is what keeps the wetness inside the diaper and away from Kevin.
It stops leaks up top like no regular waist diaper can.
The Blue Shield helps keep wetness in and shields the wetness from the baby.
They keep them drier. They keep them happier. Dry babies are happy babies.
So switch to Blue Waist Shield Pampers because drier babies are happier babies.
It's the racing showdown we've been waiting for between old Spick and Span and new no-rinse Spick and Span. And they're off.
Heck, Don, I gotta say, I'm real impressed with new no-rinse Spick and Span. It's got the same great cleaning power, but doesn't streak like you-know-who.
They're in the home stretch.
And old Spick and Span, in a tailspin, it's going back to rinse.
That makes new Spick and Span our winner. It's faster to the finish because there's no rinsing.
It was a nightmare. 22 people.
Some party.
I cooked all day. Linguine, fettuccine, rollatini, ossobuco.
Sounds delicious.
It was awful.
The food?
The spots on my glasses. Even the silverware had spots.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Spots.
Spots for 22 people. And when they've got spots, they're disgusting. I felt like a unmade bed.
In front of all those people.
Nothing's worse than a dishwasher full of spotty dishes. That's why you need Cascade. Cascade sheeting action leaves dishes virtually spotless. And when they're virtually spotless...
This time I did it right. Cascade.
Beautiful. What are you serving?
Pizza.
Pizza.
For virtually spotless dishes, nothing beats Cascade.
Doug Kamansky?
Yeah. I was 15. I was bussing tables at the Deja Vu nightclub.
In Houston.
And I would talk to you every chance that I got, and you listened to all my problems. And you give me advice.
You used to talk to me about the girl that you were in love... Her parents wouldn't let you see her?
Caroline.
Oh, my God, Douglas, that was over 15 years ago.
To me, it was yesterday. I would talk to you about my feelings for Caroline and how I resented her parents. Well, you were the only person left in the world that I could talk to.
I remember. You had just lost your mother. You were so... Oh, I was so concerned for you.
I've never forgotten it. After you left Deja Vu, my life changed, but I kept every memory, every clipping, every photograph, the piece from your feather boa, the apricot rose.
No, I can't believe it. All of this time, you're the one who's been sending me all of those gifts.
Yes, tokens of my love for you. Hints that I was back. I was waiting for the perfect time to let you know that it was me. I know that you were worried by all of this, and I'm sorry. But now you know. And I don't have to keep my feelings for you a secret. 1 second longer.
Hello?
Hi. You excuse me, too? I have to make a phone call.
Of course. Well, hi. I'm surprised to see you without Shannon on your arm.
Well, she's at the Corbin House with Harriet planning their next big fundraising event. She'll join us later.
She allowed me to borrow Brian just for a little while for before dinner drinks so we could discuss some very special promotional events.
Oh, really? Like what, Barbara?
Well, Valentine's Day is coming up, and I think I should take full advantage of it, and Brian has agreed to give my full-page ad very special placement in the article.
Even though she's taking out the very same ad in Lucinda's paper.
Yes, I owe you one for that.
Watch out, I might take you up on that.
Oh, what kind of ad?
Well, I think that my most romantic Simply Barbara designs demand a little extra attention, and Brian's been very inspirational with some ideas. I'm going to talk to Douglas as well about doing a fashion show on Valentine's Day.
Wait. Why didn't you talk to me about this first, Barbara? I mean, this is the same thing you did when we had the fashion show on the cruise line. You just simply canceled it without telling me about it.
Don't tell me you're still upset about that, Lisa.
No, please, excuse me. No, I'm not. I'm upset about Tom and Margot, and I just can't think about anything else. Forgive me. Where's Shannon?
Hi.
Oh, look at you. You look smashing, my dear.
Thank you, Lisa.
Harriet.
I'm so glad you decided to join us. Well, I hope you don't mind. I brought Harriet along. No, you're welcome anytime, Harriet.
Why don't I have the maitre d' get us a table for four?
Oh, that's a great idea. Excuse me for a second. I have a little business to attend to. Kevin.
Yes.
Kevin, do you know where Doug is? Is he busy?
Well, he left a few hours ago. I haven't seen him since.
Ah, well, could you find him for me and tell him that I really need to talk to him?
All right.
Mm.
Wow, line is busy. I owe you an apology. How did he get by me? I'll go upstairs and check it out for you.
Terrific, thank you.
Looks like the two of you could use a good night's sleep.
Well, that's not going to happen until I'm sure my child is out of danger.
Okay, Lila, you can take off now.
Oh, thank you.
I've got to make some rounds, but listen, if she starts to speak again, page me immediately.
Okay, Doctor.
Lila, do you think... Lila, how's Heather? Well, I'm afraid it's about the same. Would it be all right if I saw her, Dr. Hessler?
Sure. Go on in and talk to her. See if you can get her to respond.
Okay, I will.
Boy, I don't know what to worry about more. Heather or Sierra running away. Craig going to Montega.
Well, that's one thing you don't have to worry about.
What?
Craig's not going to Montega. Well, you see, Bob Hughes was at a medical convention in San Francisco. And when he was at the San Francisco airport, he saw Sierra.
You're kidding.
No. And so I caught Craig just in the nick of time, and he took the next flight back to Oakdale, and he and Lucinda are taking her jet to San Francisco this afternoon.
Oh, so Sierra went to see Tonio.
Looks that way.
Hi.
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 I'm sorry I'm late. You know, things come up the side. Hi, how's Heather?
No change.
Well, look, I have to take my dinner break now, so I'll see you later.
Okay, well, if you hear anything from Craig, please let me know.
All right, I will. Your support means a great deal to Craig.
Well, I want to see him get the happiness that he deserves.
Come on, Heather. Tell me what you're trying to say.
Warn Kim.
Warn Kim?
I'll get Kim.
Warn Kim about what?
Mr. Cummings! Mr. Cummings, you there? Barbara Ryan would like to speak to you.
My mom is dead. See, and Caroline's parents are trying everything they can to keep me away from her. They've sent her to boarding school. See, I am completely alone. And then suddenly, there you were in my life like some kind of a miracle.
Listen to me.
Kimberly Sullivan was there, listening to me. You know, I don't think there was a single time in my life when I needed to talk to you.
I was just trying to help you.
You cared about me. You loved me like no one.
It's just that you were so lost.
That's why you wrote that in that picture about my being your little lost lamb, right? I can't tell you how that made me feel.
Honey, that was 15 years ago.
You told me, though, that if I believed in something, that I could make it happen. And you were right. I mean, first with Caroline, and then here you are. You're back in my life again, just as I believed you would be. I'm never going to let you go again.
Troubled by bad breath,
Hiding your face in shame because nothing seems to work? Then naturally you need a Milk-Bone dog biscuit. Every delicious crunch of Milk-Bone helps scrape away plaque and food particles that can lead to bad breath. In fact, no other leading dog biscuit gets your teeth naturally cleaner and whiter or your breath fresher. Get Milk-Bone dog biscuits because naturally every dog wants fresher breath.
This electronic timer will show how fast Chloraseptic can relieve sore throat pain.
My throat's really red, I'm sure, and it has a raw feeling to it.
Will you try Chloraseptic?
Yes.
Now watch the timer.
Oh, it numbs it. It's fantastic. It's like somebody's coated it with a medication.
With doctor-recommended Chloraseptic, relief is just seconds away.
Crisco Oil's light taste brings remarkable lightness to baking.
Remarkably light, ooh, delightfully light. Ah, moist flavor bakes up light. Crisco Oil's light taste sets the flavor free.
Today's Crisco Oil is remarkably clear, remarkably light. But it's really Crisco's light taste that lets all the delicate flavor come through, with no oily taste and no cholesterol.
Deliciously, Crisco Oil's light taste sets the flavor free.
In the heat of the day on Capitol. Fall in love with Zed and Jenny weekdays on Capitol.
I want you to listen to me. Listen to me. Many things have changed since we had those talks.
You remember when I followed you to New Orleans, to that Club L'Auberge?
No, I don't remember.
Of course you do.
I don't
Just think,
remember.
I went backstage, and you talked to me for a long time, and you gave me that linen handkerchief, the one that I sent to you this morning, and that's when I took the key to your dressing room. See, and then when I came here and I built this room to you, I figured that would be the best way to lock my feelings away from people who wouldn't understand.
You remember every last detail?
I really believe that when Caroline's parents died in that fire, that's when I knew that you were right, that I could have anything that I wanted. I changed my name to Cummings. I made myself over again. I worked out with weights to improve my... I don't even think that you recognized me, did you?
You're right. I have no idea.
You know, I have to tell you, though, that Caroline, my life with her was every bit as perfect as I knew it would be. And when she died, I just thought I could not go on.
Oh, but you did. Think about it. You did. You managed to go on. And that was just...
Yeah, I did. I did. Marcia helped me. She sent me to Dr. Strauss, and he told me to go on that cruise where I saw you again, where we went for a walk up on the deck, and you were singing, and you know, I knew then that it was fate, that fate had brought your love and your support back to me again. And if I needed any further proof, I mean, you were singing the very same song that you were then. And not only that, I taped that one night at the club, and wait till you hear this. Wait till you see this. I took this film. It took me months to save up enough money to buy that hand camera, but I'm telling you, it was worth it. You know, after I saw you on that ship, that's when I decided to come here and open the restaurant. It seemed the perfect way for me to be near to you again. And then fate stepped in, and Lisa McCall introduced me to your stepdaughter, Fran.
Douglas. Douglas. Where is Franny?
In the bedroom, waiting. I built this room to keep my memories of her alive, to keep my feelings alive, until I could let her know. It's all gonna work out, you know, just the way I planned it. We're gonna go to Acapulco. We are. Kim and Bob, they're going to join us there.
Roy Franklin called. It seems a Dalton girl is coming out of that coma. Get over to the hospital right away.
Right.
Excuse me, I don't remember your name, but I met you at my cousin's house. Her name
I'm
is...
sorry. I'm really in a hurry.
Well, please, can you just point me to whoever's in charge here?
Over there, McCloskey.
Lieutenant McCloskey.
Yes.
My name is Elaine Hargrove, and I have some information for you on this man here. His name is Dr. Henry Strauss. He's a psychiatrist who runs a highly regarded private clinic down in Houston, Texas.
What was this, Dr. Strauss, a friend of yours?
Yes. We were very close.
Well, unfortunately, you just missed the man that you should be talking to. Detective Munson was assigned to the Hughes harassment case.
Harassment case?
Yes, an Oakdale woman had been receiving these strange gifts and phone calls from a so-called secret admirer. Now, Ken Wayne's already been arrested for that, among other things. When we found Dr. Strauss's body, we also found evidence linking him to the case.
What?
That's right. We got some newspaper clippings here. All right, and other mementos that were stolen from Ken Wayne's dressing room. Now, here. Take a look at this. You recognize that woman? Her name is Kim Hughes.
Never seen her before in my life.
Well, take another look. Were there any other photos that Dr. Strauss had?
No.
Well, does the name Kim Hughes mean anything? Any significance at all?
I've never heard about her before in my life, and I don't know why Henry would be carrying these old clippings around with him.
Okay, I'm going to call the hospital and have Detective Munson get back here.
Got it. Dead.
Douglas, please, just stop. Just a minute. And listen, you don't understand.
Somewhere in my life.
Oh, but for heaven's sakes, this room, this whole thing, it's ridiculous.
I don't need it quite so much after we go away together.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
Of course you are. Of course you are. It's all planned. You and Franny and I are going to leave now, and then Dr. Hughes will come later.
Going to leave.
Kim, that phone doesn't work. See, I can't let you leave now that you finally know everything. Not at my...
Okay, good. No, come on.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right, come on. Come on. Gotta get out of here. All right. Now, just calm down. Honey, don't panic. There's a way to get out of here. We just have to... Okay.
The elevator, I had the key to the elevator. Doug gave it to me.
I was right to come back here.
A skincare consultant often hears,
"My skin's so dry, and I use a soap with cream."
try a soap whose natural moisturizer helps dry skin repair itself. Camay's Dry Skin Formula. Camay's moisturizer works in dry skin, actually helps it repair itself to look soft, supple, young, normal, oily, or dry. Camay is personalized care for beautiful skin.
I knew Charmin was irresistible, but irreplaceable?
I want to swap your pack of Charmin for 2 of this major brand.
Now, you know, my husband would complain. I've been married 15 years. I've tried about 3 times to substitute, and he notices every time. So I say, no, I want the Charmin. It's soft and strong, both at the same time.
My boss has to hear this. You got you.
Mister, are you kidding me?
Squeezably soft Charmin. Not just irresistible, irreplaceable.
Hello, Mother. Hello, Father. And Louis says,
This portion of As the World Turns has been brought to you today by Camay. For each skin type, Camay is now personalized care for beautiful skin. And by Squeezably Soft Charmin Bathroom Tissue. We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment.
The father.
Calling me a drunk?
The son.
You're a junkie.
The mother.
I try my best.
The wife.
Isn't that what we do in this family? Booze and dope?
2 trusted doctors are caught in a nightmare of drugs and addiction. Ed Asner stars in Vital Signs tonight.
This is CBS.
If you've ever chosen Dannon over Breyer's yogurt, watch Breyer's turn your yogurt world upside down. Because at the bottom of every cup of new, improved Breyer's strawberry yogurt is more fruit, thicker, richer fruit. It'll turn you right around to new, improved Breyer's. Now that thick, creamy Breyer's yogurt has more real strawberries than Dannon, it tastes great. Try new Breyer's, the full of fruit yogurt. Get to the bottom of it yourself.
Acme cuts their low prices even lower with hundreds of reduced price specials every week. This week, you get 3 cans of Hunt's tomato paste for only 99 cents. You save 30 cents on the 6-ounce can. Hunt's tomato paste adds that rich, thick flavor of plump, juicy tomatoes. And you can spoon out the savings on spaghetti, lasagna, meatloaf, everything. And see the Ice Capades opening February 25th. Half price with Acme coupons.
Who are the real heroes of primetime TV? The stars are their weapon. Find out only on Entertainment Tonight.
Tonight at 7 on Channel 10.
I'm Deborah Knapp. Join me one-on-one with John DeBella tonight.
And now part 2 of As the World Turns.
Douglas, are you all right?
Franny, you said you loved me. Why would you try to hurt me? Kim, why were you trying to run away?
Doug, please leave us alone.
What? No, don't you know I would never hurt you?
Let us go. Tell Marcia to put away the gun.
We must hurry. Time is running out. Elaine saw the picture of Dr. Strauss in the paper and went to the police. It won't be long before they get access to your medical records and all our secrets will come to light. Douglas, there's not a moment to lose. We have to leave now.
No, Marcia, that's not in the plan.
Listen to me. It's too dangerous to bring them with us. I want you to take them into your secret room and close off the partition. We've got to make sure they're not discovered before we're safely out of Oakdale.
No, Marcia, no.
Yes. We can go someplace wonderful where we can build a new life together.
No, that is not in the plan. I'm not going anywhere without Kim and Franny.
I don't understand it. Kim's not answering, and she was expecting me at 7:30.
Well, it is 20 of 8. Maybe she's in the shower.
I should really be heading home.
Finish your drink. I'm sure Kim would just love to have a little extra time to get things ready.
Any luck finding Doug?
Well, actually, I went up to his apartment, and he wasn't there.
Well, that's rather strange. I thought you said he was. Said that line was busy.
Still is.
That is strange.
Yeah, I reported it to the operator, and they said it was just out of order.
Oh, well, would you let me know when you find him?
I certainly will.
Great, thanks. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Kevin, I just talked to the hospital. They said Heather tried to speak again.
No, really? What did she say?
I didn't get any details. Hessler couldn't come to the phone.
Yeah, well, I'm going to try to find out myself in person as soon as Mr. Cummings gets here.
So, Harriet, have you heard from your gentleman caller lately?
Which one?
Oh, there's more than one?
Never you mind. I'm not counting.
I was speaking about Emery. You remember Emery. He was the charmer who took us to Chicago, I think. He showed up when I was in New York.
Oh, yes. Dear old Emery. Well, he's still in Europe, I think.
Oh, well, who is this fellow?
Certainly no one you would be interested in, Barbara. He's just an old friend of Harriet's who decided to look her up when Brian wrote that article about the Corbman home in the Argus.
I was really very impressed with him.
Really?
Yes, he's very distinguished, very charming. You could do a lot worse, Harriet.
Where's he from?
Paris.
He's so hard to keep track of.
Oh?
Yes. He travels all the time.
You seem to know an awful lot about him, Shannon.
Well, no, not really. Just girl talk. Harriet fills me in on all the gory details.
What's his last name?
Miller. Such a terrible time remembering names.
Really, I hadn't noticed.
Well, Emery, Miller, Emery, Marshall, whatever his name is, the next time he's in town, we must all have dinner together.
Hargrove, have a seat, please. This is Detective Munson.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I was over at Memorial Hospital. I was working on another case.
I understand.
All right, Miss Hargrove seems to think the two of you met before.
Yes.
Well, now that I'm standing still, you do look kind of familiar. Oh, wait, didn't I meet you over at Marcia Talbot's apartment?
Yes, she's my cousin.
Oh, well, then maybe you can tell me something. You know she flew back to Houston?
I don't know. I left her at the airport, and I came straight here as soon as I saw the picture in the newspaper.
Yeah, Miss Hargrove was able to identify the hit-and-run victim as the man who was tailing Kim Hughes. His name is Dr. Henry Strauss.
The same Strauss that was involved with that private clinic in Houston?
You got it.
How did you know about that?
Oh, there were several phone calls made to that clinic from Caroline's restaurant. You remember that Margot Hughes talked to the head nurse there?
That was Sophia Hamilton. She and Henry had worked together for years.
Yeah, we also, as a matter of fact, learned that Marcia Talbot was a patient of Dr. Strauss's.
Who told you that?
Marcia Talbot told us that. Why, isn't it true?
No. Marcia called me because she wanted Henry to help Doug Cummings. She'd been very concerned about him after his wife Caroline's death. He'd sunk into deep depression, and she was afraid that maybe he had suicidal tendencies.
Yeah, we knew that Mr. Cummings was under treatment for depression.
Yes. That doctor was Henry, and then a few months later, Marcia got in touch with him again. She called him and said that Doug had slipped back into a very precarious emotional state, and she was very anxious about him. And she begged him to come up north to see if he could help him. And that's what he was doing here in Oakdale.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That picture has been in the Argus for weeks. If Marcia Talbot knew Dr. Strauss, why didn't she tell us?
I'll tell you what. Marcia Talbot would stop at nothing to protect Doug Cummings. And I believe that Doug was responsible for Henry's so-called accident.
Marcia, is your car still parked by the bridge?
Yes.
What we're going to have to do is go out through the terrace and down the fire escape and leave out back.
First, close off the secret room.
All right.
Marcia, heaven's sakes, you can't do this. You can't go along with him. He's sick. He needs professional help.
I suggest you lower your voice, Mrs. Hughes. It won't be a very pleasant trip if Douglas hears you say that. Now move. One sound out of either of you, and I promise it will be your last.
To my heart he carries the key. Won't you tell him please to put on...
You can bridge the miles between you and your loved ones with professional portraits taken at Sears. Trust Sears Portrait Studio to create the quality portraits you want to save and share. And now, through this Saturday only, Sears offers a package of 2 8x10s, 3 5x7s, 15 wallet size, and 3 portrait charms for only $16.95, including 95-cent deposit. Share a memory with a portrait from Sears.
Move over, Bacon. There's something leaner. Tasty sizzling. Whoa, sis. What's the matter with my bacon? Sizzline's 50% leaner than bacon. It's all real meat without all the fat. Mmm, delicious.
Or for a delicious change, beef up your breakfast with Beef Sizzling. It's all real beef with a great smoky taste. It's 50% leaner than bacon, too. So why sizzle fat when you can sizzling in beef or pork?
Would you believe these Alpo dogs are mother, daughter, and 15-year-old grandmother? Thanks to the complete nutrition in Alpo Beef Chunks dinner, it's hard to tell which one is which.
Alpo Snaps, Alpo Beef Bite Treats, Alpo Jerky Bits. 3 treats from Alpo that turn a dog into a best friend.
I'm home.
Bad news at the dentist. Our teeth aren't getting clean enough.
So Mom got us the Reach toothbrush.
A toothbrush makes a difference?
Clinical studies show Reach cleans 51% better than other leading brushes. Reach is angled to reach every tooth. And only Reach has reaching bristles to get between teeth and along gums. It cleans 51% better. And it's recognized by the American Dental Association.
Hope you got me, Reach.
Reach from Johnson & Johnson. Get 51% cleaner teeth.
Barbara.
Well, hi. I thought you left with Bob.
We're going in a minute. I want to talk with you privately.
Oh, I knew it. You are angry with me about going ahead with my Simply Barbara plans without consulting.
No, this has nothing to do with business.
Well, then what is it?
It's Tom and Margot.
Oh, Lisa, don't you think you should let them work out their problems for themselves?
I am Tom's mother.
I know that. What does this have to do with me?
All day, I have been just racking my brain trying to figure out what in the world could possibly have happened to make Margot just run off to London the way she did. And finally tonight, Bob had the guts to say what I have not wanted to even think about in my mind. He thinks that perhaps there's another woman involved. Barbara, I know you and Tom at one time were very much in love.
Yes, Lisa. That was a very long time ago.
All right. Now, you have been seeing a lot of each other lately. And you've had your business meetings, those breakfast meetings, the dinner meetings, and the trips to New York.
He is my attorney. Lisa, what are you getting at?
Did anything happen between you and Tom on this last trip in New York?
I can't believe that you're asking that. I really can't believe that you're asking me that.
I'm sorry, Barbara, but please, just tell me nothing happened, all right?
I did not sleep with your son, Lisa.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so sorry I had to ask you that.
I have far too much respect for both Tom and Margot and far too much respect for myself to get involved with a happily married man.
Barbara, please forgive me. I'm so
you
sorry.
of all people.
I know, but you must realize that I've just been so distraught over the whole thing. I'm obviously just grabbing at straws right now.
I'm very concerned about Tom and Margot, too. They are some of my dearest friends.
Oh, Barbara, I thought that their marriage was so perfect.
Look, obviously they have problems. But please, rest assured that their problems have nothing to do with me.
Good evening, ladies. Oh, hi. I'm leaving now. Good night.
Good night, Lisa.
Bye, Lisa.
Well, Shannon, I'm so glad that you and Harriet could join me and Brian for dinner.
We are all alone now, Barbara. You can drop the nice act. I know what a strain it must be on you. You know, you can fool other people with those sugar-coated lies, but you can't fool me.
Why, Shannon, I think you've had too much to drink. Why don't you step over to the sink? I'd be glad to hold your head under the faucet.
My head is as clear as a bell.
Ding dong.
You know, Brian told me about the mysterious problem that's plaguing Tom and Margot's marriage. And I know exactly who that problem is.
I'm not even going to dignify that accusation with a reply. But speaking of lies, I think you should know that you don't fool me either.
I wouldn't waste my time trying.
No, but you're trying to fool Brian. Poor man, he always was naive.
Still jealous because I took him away from you.
Hardly. I get what I want. He doesn't fit into that category any longer.
Now there's a lie for you.
Oh, now you're speaking of Emery. Did we ever figure out what his last name really is?
Well, if Harriet says it's Marshall, I'm sure that's what it must be.
Well, I don't believe that for a second, nor do I believe his first name is Emery, nor do I believe that Harry Corbin ever laid eyes on him before he came to Oakdale.
What on earth are you talking about?
Oh, isn't it obvious, Shannon? E.M. I think he's your old boyfriend, Earl Mitchell. And I'll tell you something, Shannon. You'd better watch out. Don't get too cocky. Everyone's luck runs out, sooner or later.
Oh, Steve! Steve!
Oh, hi.
I'm so glad I ran into you. I wanted to get a message to Betsy.
Oh, okay, what is it?
Craig just called, and he said that he and Lucinda have arrived in San Francisco. Well, it was about half an hour ago. Well, I know how much Betsy was upset about all this.
Oh, okay, fine. I'll let her know.
And Craig said that he promised me that he would call me as soon as he heard any news about Sierra. And so then I'll call Betsy when I hear something, okay?
Would you do me a favor? If Craig calls you too late, just let it go till morning, because neither Betsy nor I have had a chance to sleep in ages.
Oh. Well, I just thought that Betsy and Sierra are so close. She'd want to know.
Oh, sure, no, they are. It's just I'm sure that it'll keep till morning.
Okay.
Look, believe me, nobody wants Craig to find Sierra more than I do. I mean, and for them to work out the problems, and I'm hoping that there'll be that wedding on Valentine's Day, just as planned.
Good. Good night.
Yeah, good night.
Come on, Heather. It's Roy. Come on, baby, you can do it. Tell me what you're trying to say.
Dr. Hessler.
Her fingers move. I felt her squeeze my hand.
Good. Keep talking to her.
Heather, I know you can hear me now. I love you, baby. And I'm trying to find out who it was who attacked you. Tell me.
No.
Make yourselves comfortable.
Please sit down. I'm sorry about the gun, but it's a necessary precaution until we're safely off the ground.
You don't think you're going to be able to kidnap us and get away with it?
I suggest you listen very carefully if you value your lives. Why should we listen to you? Because I'm all you have right now. Now listen. You have to go along with everything Douglas asks you to do. His mental state is very precarious at the moment, and it will be extremely dangerous to antagonize him. Do I make myself clear?
Yes.
Good. Now, the first opportunity I get, I'll see that you're released, unharmed, but I can't do that unless you cooperate.
Marcia, you can't go along with this. Doug's sick. He needs help.
I'm the only one who can help him now.
You aren't helping him. You're just feeding his twisted fantasies.
I have no choice.
You most certainly do have a choice. You could talk him into turning back, turning himself in, and getting some decent help.
That's not a viable option now.
Why not?
Doctors, with all of their good intentions, they take away his life, and I can't ever let that happen.
Oh, that's the most ridiculous thing.
Sit down.
That is ridiculous. There are specialists, doctors who would understand his problem. They'd know how to treat him. They'd give him his life back, not take it away.
You still don't understand, do you? Douglas will go to any lengths to protect his plans for you. That's why he killed Marie Kovac and Cal Randolph. Nothing on heaven or earth could stop him now.
Caramba, what a mess.
Mexican meatloaf.
Ole?
I need help.
So why's that lemon liquid here?
Got a better idea?
Undoubtedly. Introducing new improved Joy. One little squirt puts the toughest squeeze on dirt. Look, on tough foods like this, Joy cleans better than your lemon liquid.
My brand couldn't cut the dirt.
Joy left its dish shining.
Nice shine.
Uh-huh. Wow, great looking table. New lemon fresh Joy. One little squirt puts the toughest squeeze on dirt.
Does this feel good? Hey, soft. And no static cling?
My liquid detergent can't do that.
My Bold 3 has built-in fabric softener. Thank you.
Boy, I'd love it in liquid.
Introducing new Liquid Bold 3, a stain-fighting detergent and fabric softener combined.
New Liquid Bold even cleans gravy stains. But my regular detergent never softened. And static? Under control.
Bold 3. You'll love it in liquid.
That's fun.
Yeah, but that sure gives me an appetite, Loretta.
Come on. I bet my Crisco cooking will fix that up.
Fried chicken, my favorite.
Well, dig in. Crisco's what makes it so golden brown and delicious. Because it fries up chicken crisp as a country morning.
Real crunchy.
And no greasy taste either. And Crisco has no cholesterol. How come no one's dancing?
Because we're all too busy eating.
Crisco will do you proud every time.
Who leaves a shine so shiny you have to ask?
Is it wet?
No, it's dry.
A shine so shiny you have to ask.
Is it wet?
Nope, it's dry.
Who leaves a shine without streaking, without rinsing? So convincing. Is it wet? Is it dry?
You know the answer, you know the guy.
Mr. Clean is the man.
Mr. Clean is the man behind that shine. Is it wet?
Or is it dry?
Who did this, Heather? Tell me, who was there when you answered the door? It's important. Someone tried to kill you. You've got to tell us who it was.
Doug. Douglas Cummings?
Is Cummings back yet? No, I haven't seen him. And his phone is out of order in the penthouse, and I tried going up there before. There's no answer.
How do we get up to his apartment? Is there an elevator?
Yeah, but you need a key. Try the staircase in the dining room.
Detective Munson, this doesn't look like a social call.
Was your daughter planning on coming here today?
I don't know.
Oh, what's wrong?
We have reason to believe that Doug Cummings is a very dangerous young man. He'd better stay here.
Doug killed Marie and Cal.
Yes.
Why?
Because of you and his dream for Kim. Franny, don't you remember how many times I tried to discourage your continued involvement with Douglas?
No, I thought you...
You thought I was jealous?
You were.
Oh, Franny, if only you'd hated me less and trusted me more.
Why didn't you tell her the truth?
I warned her time and time again, but I even tried to help her patch things up with Kevin, but she foolishly chose to ignore all of my advice.
But you didn't tell her this.
Fasten your seatbelts, ladies. Our flight plan is filed, we're cleared, and ready for takeoff.
The sooner we get out of here, the better.
I apologize for the suddenness of our departure, but I promise I'm going to do everything I can to make your flight comfortable. There's no reason to be afraid. Not a reason in the world, not now. You'll see everything's going to work out perfectly. For all of us.
Jones, check in there. Slade, I want this apartment thoroughly searched.
Kitchen's clean. Bedroom's all clear.
All right, then check all the doors and check outside on that terrace.